Okay, so we've covered the mirror exercise as they teach it, and I think you can see the flaws. But we haven't spent nearly as much time covering the benefits. I wanted to kind of get into that and what you can find from turning inwards when you're upset with someone else in a kind of reframed version of the mirror exercise. This one is supplemented not by crudely drawn cartoon figures, but by classic art, because that's what I like. So let's straighten things out, let's find what's good, and let's take that with us while forgetting all the passivity and the self-guilt and all that and everything else that they seem to be advising us to do. First, look inwards. When we first look in the mirror, everything is indistinct, fuzzy. We're not sure where the line is between us and the rest of the world. And we may even be scared of what we'll find if we really look at ourselves, if we really examine what's there. But we must look. When we do, the view sharpens. When we start to see things as they are, when we really look at ourselves, the world initially darkens. Gloom and shadows fall across our vision as we see not what upset us before, not what turned us to the mirror, but the shadows within ourselves that were hidden from us when we only observed the external world. It's dark. We are dark. It's frightening. We are frightening. And we're right to be worried about what lies within. Terror, as we feel full well, awaits us. But we must look. And soon the horrors arise. We see ourselves as depraved monsters, objects of terror, shameful creatures full of selfish, antisocial, hurtful impulses. If we continue to stare into that abyss, we soon see that horror staring back in clarity. That clarity brings a surprise. We see that they too, the parts of us we fear and hide in shame, are human, are part of us, are lovable. We cannot turn our eyes from this new mystery. It draws us in. We must look. And slowly the horror begins to transform, to transmogrify, to transition, like some people, into something new, something that does not exclude the horror, but is not only horror. We now feel and see not only shame, but also see the fascination, even the delightful lovability of this part of ourselves. This part that scared us so deeply, so recently. After seeing this mystery begin to unfold, we're drawn in not from fear, not with dread, but from curiosity, with a very real attraction. What is this monster, and might it, too, be worthy of love? When we lean in, the answer becomes obvious. The world brightens and our vision clears, overcome by warm, opalescent tones, flickering, flaming, and shining brightly with the fire of life. Yes, this is us, and it is beautiful, beautiful beyond anything we could have ever foreseen. We were blind, but now we see. We look, we lean in with delight, seeing our colors burst into brilliant flower as we admire the greatness we can no longer avoid adoring. The greatness in the parts of ourselves we never knew before this day. We fall in love, inevitably, with ourselves, much as the Twin Flames teachers advised that we should. We kiss our metaphorical mirrors, find comfort and fulfillment and satisfaction in ourselves, and forget the world entirely. We're all that's here. Us and our love for us. No more than that is necessary. No more than that is wanted. But soon this intensity, this overwhelming love of self, brings us to our knees. We are exhausted, awed, sated, and after a final preening glance, we pull away from our mirror, we turn from ourselves, and we see if anything else is half as worthy of our gaze. Always the answer is yes. There is echo for Narcissus, and we, the lovers of our reflection, must learn to notice her lovely visage on the edges of the pool that shows us so much beauty in ourselves. If we truly look, we'll see the same depth, that same universe of light and shadow, of fear and hope, of rage and adoration, that we adore in ourselves, and it becomes easy, all too easy, to turn from our reflection and embrace the others that surround us. We no longer need to placate and convince ourselves. We simply explore the divinity in the others before us. Their venerability is inescapable after all that we've seen. We see ourselves in them, and them in us. And so we turn from the mirror, setting it down, running our hands along the beauty we see outside of ourselves, and allowing its splendor to wash over us, to overcome us, to fill and sate us as a mirror alone never could. The world is the best and truest mirror, and we turn inwards not to tolerate what lies without, but to learn to accept its curves and arches, to accustom ourselves to run towards the parts of our environment that create that divine spark of enthralled adoration we call love. We are full of shadows and light, and so is the wall beside us, so is the world around us. We can long for it as Echo longs for Narcissus. Confronting our fear and our shame of ourselves lets us embrace ourselves. And the world is no different. It is not even other. It has all of that depth, all of that nuance, all of that beauty, just as we do. It's no mistake that this painting shows the edges between the subject and her world dissolving. It's the same for us. Embracing ourselves, once we realize our true nature, is embracing all. After that journey, the world is the mirror, the bauble in her hand a trivial trinket reflecting nothing, or at least no more than the world we see. Clarity, honesty, acceptance, satisfaction, we must have all of this both inside ourselves and in our worlds. And we do, when we love, when we make the world safer, more beautiful, more wondrous, and happier, rather than merely working to mitigate the pain that we feel on encountering all that surrounds us. Love is inevitable. It overflows for anyone who performs this task well. No twin flame lover, no courses, and no fees required. It is free for all. If we look in the real mirror, the great mirror of the world, and if we recognize ourselves and all the beauty within and without us in its visage, if we recognize all of its beauty in us, we will have all of that love, and nothing, no circumstance, no ordeal can take it from us. It is ours, eternally. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law. Love under will.